It will never bring them complete justice or closure, but the Haron family says an inquest into the death of Abdullah Haron will set the record straight. Over 50 years ago, he died at the hands of the apartheid security police in Cape Town. Lindsay Dentlinger spoke to the family about the new inquest being held.
I always felt I wish I could hear his voice to say I love you, because it's the kind of thing he had said to many others in his lifetime, and I'm sure he did say it to me, but of course I can't remember those moments.
Only 6 years old when her father was killed, Fatima Haron's recollections of her dad are largely informed by what she has been told by family, friends and the community. Over the years, much has been written and told about Abdullah Haron, who became the Imam of this mosque at only 30.
The Ward Group Areas Act, the Sabotage Bill, everything else in terms of what he stood for. He was a principled man, he was a human being, he loved music, he loved movies, he was very funny in his own way, he had a very amazing personality, he would draw a crowd.
His death in police detention after being held incommunicado for 123 days was ruled to be one from falling downstairs, a sham the family has been waiting decades to correct.
There's never really been a question of who killed him, right? And when he was killed and who killed him. Definitely it was the state, it was the security police, it was Speaker van Wyk and his brother and whoever was around at that time. Definitely it wasn't. There's no doubt about that.
But it's the evidence that was never revealed at the Truth and Reconciliation Commission the family hopes a new inquest will give insight into.
There's documentation in the archives in Pretoria that was never released, even during TRC process, which is why one of the TRC investigators left. One of the reasons he left being an investigator on the TRC was that certain documents about Imam Haron weren't opened up, right? So then you got a question like, why not?
The Haron family say democratic-era politicians also failed them.
After the TRC closed its doors and unfinished business were recorded, it seems that state apparatus, the security sector and so forth, and politicians more specifically, became as if they became deaf, dumb and blind. In other words, nothing seemed to have happened. The TRC continued, and now let's sort of just let time go by, let these people perpetrated, let them die as such, and let these families continue to suffer.
A decision is expected from the Justice Minister on whether to probe political interference in the investigations of TRC crimes.
Some politicians who have had a hand in it, according to our understanding and sort of the information that seems to have come through, is also to be blamed. I mean, even they might not have been the perpetrators, but the mere fact that they've covered up or they basically stopped the investigation from taking place, they should also partially take blame for these heinous crimes that continue to haunt us.
His grandson, who made a film about Haron's life, says his grandfather has also been denied his rightful place in South Africa's historic annals.
It's quite clear that he, because he didn't have any strong ANC affiliation, even when I was making the film, trying to get government money to help me make the film, the question that came to me was, who cares? Who cares about your grandfather who died, right? If he was an ANC affiliate, there would have been a film about him.
The Haron family hope their struggle in pursuit of justice will give hope to many others still waiting.
Even our fathers or whoever died during the time of apartheid, many of these wives are still alive. They were broken during the time when their husbands was taken away from them, tortured to death. The torture they had to go through to make sure that they give a life, a dignified life to the children.
A date for the inquest that will be presided over by Judge Daniel Tulare is yet to be set. Lindsay Dentlinger, Cape Town.